Sean Monet, ayy. With the affirmations to enjoy your day with. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. Naga's rising cavalry. The netters are my battery. I got my discipline. My source comes from within. Root chakra grounded in the cosmos so infinite. Nagas through my veins. Currencies flow through ligaments. Another netta instrument. Manifest me dividends. I'm on my mastery. Self-doubt is blasphemy. I'm the God I ask for me. Connected to my astral dream. I summon other beings. All facets of me. Magician carve my meaning. My purpose is the alchemy. I am numero uno, Raishi on my mind, lion's mane, big on sumo, Babalao aligned with Pluto. We kick back like judo, karma licks back from Pluto. Heart on a feather, that represents my new growth. Trusting me is crucial, the God in me a do show. I'm bigger than your economics, politics, and Google. My omnipresence is the true show, all the world is stage. Allow my authentic self to be the sage. Fumigating parasites all up in my space. Cause I am who masters me. I embody mastery. I'm bigger than indoctrinations. Naga's rising cavalry. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. I'm bigger than the situation. Nettas are my battery. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. Naga's rising cavalry. The nettas are my battery.
Supreme afternoon, supreme rising, it's Naga. Today's title is Naga's thoughts or observation on my life. You know, I've been through a lot of shit, yo. You know what I'm saying? But then the shit I've been through, I treat it as if it's not important. And the reason why I do that is because I don't like giving power to fake shit. I don't like giving power to people who got fake ass energy. I don't like giving power to people who would attempt to do negative things in people's life. I don't care about that, whether it's your family, whether it's somebody you're close to, whether it's somebody that you consider that you love, or energy that you try to connect to. I don't like giving power where power does not deserve its placement. And a lot of people like to play the villain. That's just like the type of energy people deal with in this world, and putting shit in a category, that's something different. Ultimately, I had the opportunity to see how deep somebody would go on any spectrum of life. And because they feel so, majority of the time, because people feel so good about the negative energy that they bring into one's life, that their excuse is that you must be mad or you must be feeling some type of way. That's because that's the response they want out of circumstances. I've been going through so much negative shit since I came on this earth. Like literally, like so much. And only thing I can do was smile. I would go away. That was always my safe space, was to go away from motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like ever since I was a kid, I would go away. I would find a way to go somewhere else. Whether that's me just separating for a little while, you know, finding people who wasn't like that, or whatever that energy was, I would find a way to, you know, be in my own particular energy. And every time I would try to come back around or connect to people that was supposedly family, friends, or whatever have you, the story was always built off rhetoric. It's like, well, oh, you're like this or you're like that. And these same people would infect relationships that I have with friends, females I would have got with, or whatever. On top of that, I always had a mind for myself to see what people wasn't able to see. The normality is what people love. Like people love doing the same shit all the damn time. Like they love going around the same people, having the same circumstances, and indulging in the same things. That's not a particular criteria of my life or my energy or who I am as a person. Like I don't like doing the same shit. I just don't. I like peace and solace, and that's who I always been since I came on this earth, because I was birthed into situations that wasn't for innocent. Period. Now, that doesn't separate the value of me partaking in negative things sometimes in my life. Now, I did some fucked up shit, because when you get fed up, you got to show your ass sometimes. You got to show a motherfucker that they not strong as what they think they are. And on top of that, these is things that elders would say as you get older. Oh, when they get older, they're not going to take this shit no more. And you would ask yourself, like, so why are you putting people through certain things when they're young, just to say when they get older, they're not going to deal with this shit, right? Automatically, you stop dealing with the situations that people do, no matter how heinous it is. Like, motherfuckers done did some fuck shit to me, like the worst. And then they walk around like they're somebody that they're not. And you see these people get the same love. You see these people get treated like they deserve a reward for being heinous in the world. Nobody doesn't say anything. And when you cry out to what's supposed to protect you, they don't want you to speak because they don't want what you're saying to be heard. This is the world we truly live in. Motherfuckers be wondering where you get this knowledge from, where this come from, where that come from. It come from me understanding that people really don't give a shit. It came from me begging for help, pleading for help when I wasn't able to help myself. It came from me I believe I'm still alive. Yeah, I'm still alive. It dropped for a minute or whatever, but yeah, we on 8 minutes. So knowing that these particular things has always been a retrospect, my knowledge was based off of that as a value. No other retrospect to demand the attention. Like I would just find a way to go my own direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, and because I had knowledge on looking at a circumstance to say, you know what, if I do it this way, I can gain. You're gonna gain like hate for that. People are gonna hate you because you have a level of intelligence. Instead of cheering you on and saying, yo, let me be a part of that, or accepting the fact of you making them a part of it, you know what I'm saying? Like automatically they find a way to bring that to a detriment or to an end. I don't care to blame people for shit. I really don't, you know what I'm saying? But your role in the action is important, I guess, at some retrospect, you know what I mean? And the world has been through these things in their own understanding, you know what I mean? And you get a chance to see that, like, damn, you've been through some shit too, you know what I mean? And depending on how people take the situations they go through, it changes them to other individuals. It changes them to a different type of energy, right? I'm a person that loves to love. That's who I always been, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a first Cancer, born in the middle of the year, completely smack dab in the middle of the year, not July at the end of June, you know what I'm saying? 29th on 11, the doorway from June to July. I was born on that doorway, 2-9, which makes an 11, the gateless gate. My heart is so big, you know what I'm saying? Like, and all my friends, I used to love the fucking death. Like, I would, big up my friends differently. You know what I mean? And my friends will find a way to try to make themselves seem as if they were different from me or try to take qualities that I have. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they hate themselves that much. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, I even heard my friends speak so negative about me in so many different ways just to take the light off of the value of what I am. Like, yo, let me see if I can destroy what this person is capable of bringing to itself just because I don't like who he is or she is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the understanding to me was always been an indifferent, you know what I'm saying? And I would notice this is how they are. And I wouldn't even say nothing. I'd just be like, yo, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? And people be like, it's not cool. You should fight. You should do this. You should do that. Well, that's your mentality. I'm not that person as a mentality. You put your hands on me, I'm gonna hurt something. That's just what it is. Because I got a lot of pent up energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of pent up animosity, and I try to keep that shit at bay because I know I could be wild. You know what I'm saying? I could be real wild when my shit let loose. You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, not for nobody but me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I try to keep myself in something that we call self control. Um, but ultimately, people want to see you lose control so they can point the finger and put you in an equal value of their detriment. Like just to say, yup, you know what I'm saying? See, I told you, nobody in my life, you know what I'm saying? No real friends, no real family, no love. I'm completely by myself. I literally only walk with the divine. You know what I'm saying? Like people smile in your face and they treat you like they connected to you, but they're not really connected to you. You know what I'm saying? They act like they're connected to you, but they not. And you could tell by the way they produce whatever type of connection for you. You can tell it's fake. You know what I'm saying? But that's the illusion that most people live. They live in a false illusion in their minds. So they get an opportunity to be more negative in that breath. And then my practices are based on being more loyal, more loving. Every time somebody fails me, I walk in the direction more of what I am. I never pull away from what divine made me as. Because I believe somewhere in this life, I'm going to get an opportunity to find the right people to connect to, love, family. You know, I'm going to be able to create kids until I die. So I'll be able to make a whole new family. And that's a sad reality to watch your own family turn against you because of what someone says or what they do or materialistic value that they can gain for themselves. It's a hurtful thing that's the sum of the connection of how people see you. You know what I mean? They don't see you as someone that should have the same respect and the same love. They see you as, let me see what I can take from this individual if I can be like them. And you know what's funny is they don't respect what you are. You know what I mean? And that shows you they got more hate for themselves than they do you because they want to have things that you are. I've been through a lot, yo. I've been through a whole bunch of things, and I'm not going to sit here and just tear my whole life apart and say all these things is what happened to me. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I'm never going to give up on what I am, what divine made me as to satisfy no one. You know what I'm saying? Like, in divine, it's not like divine is not watching you hate yourself as a creation. You know what I'm saying? That was like the biggest thing. I'll be like, damn, you want to be something that you're not, and you think divine is going to allow you to do this when you hate how you're sent here. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is funny to me. Like, how you think divine is going to grant anything to you when you can't even be happy with what you are in yourself, right? So deeper than that, you know what I mean? I keep fighting for or trying to find the connection value in the world for myself. You know what I mean? Like, and majority of time I'm by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned to deal with the negative energy. I learned to be around it. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know it doesn't mean me no good. And ultimately, I'm going to find the opportunity to separate myself and put myself in the right situation, even if it's just by my grandfather was by himself all the damn time. He didn't like company because he used to always say people ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? He used to be like, people ain't shit, man. You gonna learn this shit the hard way. I'd be like, what you mean? I thought that was your friend. He's like, that ain't my friend. These are people that want shit from me. You know what I mean? And I didn't understand it as a kid. You know what I mean? So as I got older, I started learning that that's how people truly are. They don't really give a fuck about you. They're not really going to be loyal with you. You know what I'm saying? They're not really going to hold you to that standpoint of reality. They're just going to try to see what they can get from it, even if you don't have anything. You know what I'm saying? Like they still try to take from you and shit, like no matter what. You know what I mean? Instead of helping you get to where you need to be. It's interesting the world we live in, and ultimately our answer for this value is you're going through test. You're being tested. I don't even believe that shit. I really don't be believing that divine is doing this to people. I believe people put themselves in situations to make it hard for people to live. That's what I believe. No less or no more than that. And if you step out of the way of your natural way of living, then that puts karma on you, because it should be nothing in man's world that should take you off of the grace of how you came into this world. It should be nothing strong enough, especially not from man's conception of thinking, to remove you from how divine set you here. So it's not a test, okay? It's not a test. It's people. It's people at the end of the day. And people have so much hate inside of them that they can't do nothing other than what they are. This is why they see certain values in the world that they want to be so much. I'm gonna always be comfortable with me, no matter what I have, and eventually I'm gonna get to where I'm going, because it's not like I don't never put the work in to better for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always doing something, whether nobody knows what I'm doing or not. I'm always doing something to put myself in a better situation. Like, and I might have to be patient for it to work, but it'll come to fruition. All praise due to the Most High. You know, not for nothing. A lot of times, people's understanding of a story or a concept is based off their comfortability. So until you get a chance to be in a circumstance where there is nothing to lean on, you're not going to have this understanding. You're only going to look at it from the standpoint of your comfortability, the spot where you are comfortable at, the trees you can hide behind, you know what I'm saying, the walls you can stand behind, you know what I mean, the falsity. And then if the world is fake and forced into slavery, then how do you say you're doing good for a particular value? Like, I think about all these things, and I say to myself, you know what? You don't got that. You don't have the opportunity to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have people that you can lean on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not for you to have that. You have people that try to manipulate you or take advantage of you or get you to do more than what your value is. You know what I'm saying? Like, standing up for yourself is what they want to break in you. They want to see you weak. They want to see you give up. They want to see you say, all right, fuck it. I'll take whatever comes. You know what I'm saying? I'll be the weaker value of myself. There's not a weaker value of myself. It's just love. Period. There's no weak value to me. It's no, I did this to him. No, the things that has been done, it just explains a person and their character. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it develops in my mind. It doesn't develop, oh, I'm afraid of this person, or I'll never know. I look at people as they're fucking demons. Like, nah, you're a demon. I remember what you did. I didn't forget. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what you did as an individual, and I don't want that type of person around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't accept shit that doesn't have divine energy in it or true love. Why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go running behind something that's nasty. You know what I'm saying? Something that doesn't give a fuck about itself. You don't care about yourself enough to have me care about you, and you show that in your actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be my separation from people. Your acts show me how you care about yourself. So even within you, if your actions are heinous enough to think negative, attempt to do negative things, steal, whatever, lie, talk behind people back, whatever, if that's who you are as an individual, I'm never going to be truly close to you. That's not who I am as a person. I'm outspoken. I say things of truth. You know what I'm saying? I say things of love, no matter what the standpoint is. I'm always going to be that individual. And if you can't be that for yourself, we don't have a connection. It's just never going to be a real connection. And I guess I might be on the wrong planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I be feeling. I'll be like, yo, I must be on the wrong planet, because I don't be seeing nobody that's like me. People try to hide too much. You know what I'm saying? People will lie and they hide. Like, the world we live in. You know what I'm saying? Like people lie all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? Like damn, you lying again? And you can feel when somebody lie because they can't say things straight. There's not a flow with what they're saying. There's always a skip in there. There's always a exhale. There's always a twisted stare or something. You know what I'm saying? There's always a intention behind the eyes. The eyes never lie, Chico. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? The eyes never lie, Chico. You know what I mean? So I think about these things, you know what I mean? And these things develop one particular understanding from how I'm learned in this world. You know what I'm saying? If I never attract a crowd, if I never get enough people to listen to me speak, I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody will listen eventually. You know what I'm saying? And that person will get a chance to understand. It might gravitate to people who are going through these things because I'm not the only person this happens to in life. Just the only person that never gives up on itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I always look at my face in the mirror. You know what I mean? I always try to do some workout. I try to do something good for myself, even if it doesn't really seem like I have anything to do for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try not to complain, even though my flesh gets weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to keep smiling, even though my flesh gets weak. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep smiling because it's all you got. You know what I mean? When you don't got nobody to lean on, you ain't got nobody to look in the face. Everybody gets lonely. So I end up enjoying like the more I'm hurt or the more I know, I pull my soul away. I pull my soul to myself. Just like I would want divine to hold me in its arms, I hold my soul to myself. Like, and I apologize to it. Like, I'm sorry, you got to go through this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always apologizing to myself because you never know what you're going to get from certain people and certain energies that exist in this world. But everybody want to seem as if they're great. You know what I mean? How do you seem as if you're great when you always lying? It don't go like that. You can't have that shit hand in hand. You can't have a world where you lie over here and then you come over here and smile in people's face. That's two-faced. You know what I'm saying? Like that's two-faced energy. Like, and it's gonna be uncovered. Like everybody wants to get away with shit instead of just doing the right thing first and foremost. If you can get away with it, that's the greatest thing for you. That's how you equate your value of something because you got away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that's some fucked up energy, right? Like that's crazy shit. Like, how do you even feel happy with yourself or your life? I got away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, who says shit like that? You know what I mean? Like, that's criminal mentality. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that. I look at shit for what it is, yo. I don't try to sugarcoat it or make it something that it's not. And that's how I see everybody who lives. Even when a person doesn't show the contentment to the value through not saying certain things, certain ways, I can tell the hate that you have in your heart as an individual. I can tell it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think about these things, yo, and I be like, damn, yo, this shit crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, yo. Like, that's just the world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? And I believe divine has created something for me. It might be one motherfucker on this planet that's like me. So it's like finding needle in a haystack or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you think, you hope, right? Somebody you can really connect to without the false rhetoric, the false value of what it is that you're trying to get across. You know what I'm saying? Like to be embraced. The way I embrace is real. You know what I'm saying? I give up my all self. If I was in a better situation, I would show and prove that. I have shown and proved it when I was in better situations. And then as soon as you get knocked down or you get to a point to where you can't quite move certain ways, they try to do everything they can to make sure you don't get seen. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch all these motherfuckers come to my page and just I'm like, yo, you think I don't see you back there? I see you, even though I don't see you physically. I see your energy. You know what I'm saying? I see the negative energy of people. I always have since I was little. You know what I mean? And that should be wild to me. Like, yo, motherfuckers do not stop. They're relentless because they hate themselves that much. Like, how do you live through life? You might as well, if you feel that way about yourself, you should just kill yourself then. If you don't like yourself, you shouldn't try to be somebody else, because divine is not going to let that happen. If you don't like yourself so much, just kill yourself. You probably done so much shit anyway to where that's what you deserve anyway. You know what I mean? So yeah, for me, it's not the type of conversation you know what I mean? Like, I don't get into that as a discord. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see if I can have this conversation. Nah, I love myself. I'm always love myself. No matter what I have, I'm always gonna love me. Do I miss certain things in life? Yes, I miss certain things. You know what I mean? I miss the true value of love. Not the shit when people act like they give a fuck about you and then go behind your back and talk all the trash in the world about you. Not that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I try to find a way to get away from people that's like that. Because negative energy is contagious. You know what I mean? As soon as you absorb that negative energy, that's what you become. It's almost like a rash or a cold. You know what I'm saying? Colds, they start having you cough in the direction of people just so that person to get a cold and that germ can spread. So that's how negative energy works. It's like a germ. You know what I'm saying? It wants to spread. I think that might even be the thing, like negative energy having its own mental body. And because it's negative, it has to attach to other things just to be real, or just to satisfy its own entity. So it's almost like, a Borg or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to change into that to be solidified, right? So, and then that ultimately shows me that people are even more weaker than what they put out, because you accept negative energy. You know what I'm saying? Like you would gravitate to that first. Well, even in scriptures, divine says, do not do things with anger. You know what I mean? Do not respond with anger in the world. So then you got to ask yourself about all the things that are responding with anger in this world, right? It just speaks to so many different values, yo. And then like I hear people saying, I ain't no punk, I ain't no bitch. I'll do this, I'll do that. You know what I mean? That just shows the lack of divine in your life, right? So it'll be imperative to strengthen that connection and be happy for what divine has given you as a life, and then ultimately try to stay humble. So even looking at the things that take place in life that try to make you be other than what you are, to try to say, watch, you're a progenitor of making people in angry standpoints. You're a person that wants people to be in angry standpoints. That goes against the laws of the divine. Divine says actually, to the point, do not respond within life with anger. So I have to be mindful of a person that's trying to make me mad, right? Wouldn't that be a way you should think? Like a person that's trying to do things to you just so you act out of your flesh. Wouldn't you want to stay away from them because that's what they're trying to do? And if I'm trying to follow the Most High, wouldn't it be imperative for me to leave these particular type of people alone? So, I mean, that makes me question the surrounding people that I may deal with in life, or I may run into, that I think I have a connection with. It makes me say, damn, look at these individuals. I remember when I used to be angry and I didn't have nobody to teach me this, but then divine guided me away from that anger. So then I started saying, okay, now I have to stay away from individuals that want me to be this way. But then you see them laugh and joke, and you see them have camaraderie, and then being negative is the best part of their day or the best part of their life. You know what I'm saying? Or doing something to somebody that hurt them is the best part of their life. And you got to wonder, like, damn, these people ain't got no God in them. They ain't got no God in them, because you satisfied off doing everything against the rules that divine placed. You care more about satisfying the opposite of what divine says, other than you doing the right thing and making that a retrospect. So you have to question to yourself, like, I'm not going to say nothing to them because I see you enjoy going against the Most High. Why would I indulge in that? Why would I say, you know what, you're effed up, you did me like this is wrong? Unless my love is so attached to that situation, I feel the need to argue. But then I had to realize, like, it's not the argument that makes the point. It's how far a person is willing to go to hurt you. So now I know what you're capable of. Now I know your capabilities is willing to go against divine. I have nothing to say to you. I have no words for you. Why would I have words for you? Why would I have any contentment to the value of your existence? Why would I even look your direction and say, you did this to me? No, you are literally going against the divine. All praise due to the Most High. I'm going to put the burden down and then look at the laws in itself and say, this person doesn't have divine in their life. I'll pray for you, but converse with you, go against you, make you feel as if what you're doing is wrong. That's a beef for the Most High. I ain't got, man, look, I'm not getting in the middle of that. That was your choice to do that. You know what I'm saying? And people wonder why he don't fight back, why this, that, and third. I can fight. Ask about me. Motherfuckers will tell you I've fought before and they've gotten embarrassed plenty of times. It's not a first or second. It's been hundreds of times that I've been in fights and I've won. But did I want to fight? No, I didn't. Was I pushed to fight? Yes, I was. It wasn't a thing. Being disrespected doesn't feel good to nobody. You see what I'm saying? So I'm always going to protect myself, but then I'm going to find the Most High even within that. I'm going to find divine to ask him to bring the peace back to my heart. Because at that moment, that rash, that contagious energy, that negative energy, imperfect flesh, I need you to remove this energy from me because I'm trying to stay in alignment. I don't know why everybody's not moving in the world like this. Like laws, cardinal laws is what we should be striving for. Not to say a certain, that's up to y'all. Like I'm not here to debate with the divine. I don't go back and forth about the laws. I follow them. That's something different. Like, and I'm not gonna even be saying the laws to people all the time. If you're not putting in the work yourself about the laws, who you think you are? Like at the end of the day, who you think you are in this world? If you're not literally understanding what the laws are and practicing them, you have to practice the laws. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be out here talking because you want to be talking and never practice what these things really are. You see what I'm saying? So majority of the time, people be talking so much and never really put the work in because of your acts. Because the acts you do on a normal basis. So how do you expect that to change anything? How do you expect one day to wake up and just think I'm divine, I'm a divine being? All of a sudden, I'm just this individual. Are you putting in the practice for that? What does it look like to you? To be light literally means to be light within your actions, not just the shining light, but light like a feather. Light like a feather, no matter what. That doesn't speak to the fact that you may not feel angry in your heart. That doesn't speak to the fact that you may not get angry because things happen. It speaks to the fact that you acknowledge the laws of the divine. And that's what you go with first before you act on your own cognizance. I've been through a lot, yo. I've been through so many things that all I had to lean on was the divine. People will push you away in so many different shapes and forms. They'll push you away. Okay, and then they expect because of what they went through and they have no connection to the divine, your response should be the same. That is not for me. I don't think like that. My response is not something that I think, and I start trying to think in the way of the laws, not how I feel about anything. I talked about, I've watched things I've loved, family that I thought was the hierarchy of understanding what a mother or thing choose their self instead of, is it just me who feels like thing and understand what the right thing truly is? Or should you listen to what everybody else is telling you the right thing is and follow them? I've never been a follower. Oh no. I've never been a follower of people. I can do bad by my motherfucking self. You see what I'm saying? Like I can fuck up in this life by myself. I don't need nobody else to fuck up for me. You see what I'm saying? But me being attached to your fuck up is not something that I'm going to do. That's not something I'm going to agree with. I'm not going to be like, okay, because you fuck up that way, I'm going to fuck up with you that way. No, I'm literally going to dig deep down inside I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to call on the Creator to get direction and guidance in the best way, shape, and form. I'm going to be patient with myself. And I've done that more over than I've done negative things in life. Your flesh is weak. I know this. We all know this. How much will you respond to your flesh before you respond to the divine? I've already graduated high school of spirituality. I'm in college with this shit. I'm about to graduate college. Big facts. I'm not sitting here talking about, oh, this person is not as good as me. I don't even look at life like that. I don't look at myself as a contentment to match to anybody else's quality. If you feel like that, that's your thoughts. I look at myself as how well I'm going to be serving the divine. And if I did better than I did yesterday, I'm always in competition with me. That's my biggest battle. I don't give a shit about nobody else and what they do in the world. Because I can do one thing that solidifies all of that. Walk away. And that's the true fact. I can always walk away. That's the simplest thing. Any big plans as far as what they do. And I still have to call it in that particular moment. It's never going to be feelings to solidify your answer of what you should be doing. You lost. You know you're not following the. You know what you did. That's what got you so thrown off to do. And I sit down and I do observations on my own life. This is what I think every day. You know, I think about how well when I do get in the option, or the position, how well I'm going to love what loves me back. How well I'm going to be more patient with the next person. How well I'm going to listen. How well I'm going to put my all into this individual that divine is going to send into my life. How well I'm going to be patient with the creations that come out of that. How well I'm going to consider the divine over the actions of what I would do, even if my love is so unconditional in that value, I still can't take ownership. I have to make sure that the direction that I'm following is suitable for everybody within the circumstance that I'm dealing with. That's true guidance. That's true guidance. And a lot of people, they don't sit there, they don't consider they don't consider nobody else. They just worry about how they feel about things. They're selfish. You express selfishness in your understanding. I sit down, I hear so many self-serving motherfuckers on this earth, just self-serving. You don't give a damn who looking or how you feel or how it even comes out your mouth. You don't care. And that's why my grandfather used to be that way about certain people. He's like, nah, they don't care. Watch how they speak. Watch how they move. Pay attention, son. That's what my grandfather used to tell me all the time. Pay attention, son. When I started really paying attention, I started to understand it. And even some to be my friends or family or love, I was then figured out growth from that. Well, right in order to love. No, that's not even a reality. You grow to love things. You grow to have thought. It might not be what you thought. And when it comes to you and it shows you love, are you willing to show it unconditional love? Because who gets to we're human beings. Everybody should have a opportunity to feel love no matter what comes in that particular value. But divine is not gonna sell you short. Divine is not gonna be like, well, I'm gonna send you this right here. You should be good with that. Divine ain't gonna do that. Divine knows the desires of your heart. It was placed there by the Almighty. So that's something to think about. Like, instead of rushing off trying to do so much for yourself, realize the divine placed all these things in your heart in the first place for you to like it, love it, whatever's going to come to you, however that value is supposed to be. So it's your job to do it at its best understanding. So therefore, there's no contentment. That's why the difference in between the man being the strength and the mother and the woman being weaker. Because she's going to have these different understandings. She has to create another life. So she's going to be fluctuating in between feelings all the time. She has the body to create another life. So your strength for her should be unconditional, not self-serving. Other people who like to damage people or take advantage of women, they're going to sit down and look at you from another angle and say, oh, no, you don't need this. And the same with the women. You'll have women in the background. You don't need to be with that person because they can see that individual is truly going to love you. And they don't want you to have that because they don't have that in their life. But my grandfather used to say to me, be mindful of ones that run, go tell. The ones that got all the information. Be mindful of them. But for the most part, people don't really follow the laws of divine and wonder why everything is turned upside down, even though they ain't worth the shit. I'm gonna do this to my life, even though I know this is not the best thing for me. Can't get right. Get right because no direct, just because he know you gonna fuck it up. As soon as you mess it up, you sitting there looking around to blame somebody instead of looking at yourself. You got to say, oh, somebody did this to me. Nah, divine allowed you to have these situations because he knew you was going to fail. You never call on him. You never follow the laws. So as soon as I put this in your hand, I know you're going to destroy it. It's a fact. Divine don't make mistakes. People do all day long. All day long. And the only thing you got to do is put the laws in your life where they supposed to be. And that's when your light truly starts to shine. Remove the way you look at things and put divine law in those places. And watch your life get that much better. Watch everything you want. It's not like divine don't know you through and through. So there's an allowance to that as long as you be truthful with the Most High. And as you grow through life, the things that don't serve you, it will fall off. You will stop having an attraction to certain things that don't have a value for that. Your life won't be attracted to the negative things that you deal with on a normal basis. You won't have the same mentality. You won't be like, I need that in my life. I gotta get this. Or that's all I like. You won't do this. You won't even think like that because you're too busy placing the light inside of your concept. So divine is going to place you with the best thing for your desires. And you're gonna be more than something that you can't understand because you're not of the mind of divine. See it. This is why most people walk away from the Most High. They think in their mind they know better than the Creator. So since you think, all right, well, you'll never have the best decision that should be serving your desires. You'll never have that because you won't choose. But who gonna tell you that? Who go to church and they follow man between me and you? I need you to have a personal relationship with me. And I will guide you where you need to be. That's gonna give you all the solidification you need in the world. Everything that you want to make you happy, I'm gonna make sure you get it. And sometimes divine say, you know what? They think they know better. I'm gonna put you with something that's right for you, and I'm gonna see how well you take care of it. Divine does this sometimes just to see you fuck up. Just like if divine gave you $1 million and the next day you broke. You wonder how the fuck did this happen? Because you don't pay a fucking attention. You ain't asking for the guidance. You ain't asking for the protection. You're not following the laws. You just happy you got what you want, and then you ruined it because you don't have the laws of divinity in your life. And the same things happens with love. Divine, and sometimes you be so bad as a person, divine give you the worst motherfucker to deal with, and you just can't leave that motherfucker. You can't let it go. You just two peas in a pod. You got the worst thing, and every time you turn around, something coming up fucked up. You're like, why this shit just don't get right? And you chasing behind it. It's because your addiction. Now you stuck in that value. And in your mind, you can't retrospect no other than that. You will never get to the height of your desires at that point. You just settling. Divine don't make mistakes. People do, man. And you start to see this when you're sitting alone. When you're sitting alone and you understand that you are cultivating divine knowledge within your own actions, and you're watching other people choose themselves, you see why. Because their day consists of how they see things, not being guided by the Most High. Man, people got so many little funny ways about it. You should never give your light to them by telling the story of their negativity. Never. Good guy. Nah, divine is the Almighty. Why would I give you power? That gives you a standpoint of false reality. All praise due to the most bad and indifferent. Everything goes to divine. Because negative is supposed to be a guideline that you learn from. Negativity is supposed to be a guideline that you learn from. So you're supposed to give the praise to the Most High even for the negative stuff. Like, thank you, Father, for showing me this negative. So now I know what not to do. Not go buddy with it. Not, hey, me and negative is best friends. No, that ain't how you do that shit. Or damn, the negative did this to me. No, that's not how it plays out. You see it, you understand it, you comprehend it, and you keep it as a guideline. Because divine gave you that negativity so you can learn from it. Not to absorb it and drink it until you're shitting and pissing it out and don't know no that you wonder why. I don't know, because you got it all in your system. It's so much in your system you can't get it out. It's coming out like stank liquor through your pores. Oh, why is it me saying this? Why do I get an opportunity to speak this way? Because I'm choosing to follow the Most High. Period. I'm choosing law. It's my choice. Same choice. Everyone on this planet has the choice to sit down and do the right thing. Not according to how people do it, but how you see your own life. You got the opportunity to talk all the greatest knowledge in the world if you stop bullshitting. Because it's going to be your experiences that guide another person. It's going to be you telling how you messed up your life, how you made false choices, how you believed in fake love, how you believed in fake friends, and how you came out of it. That's going to be the way you make that happen. But it takes a lifetime for most people to even comprehend that as an understanding, because you're too busy living buddy with the negative shit. Man, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm just trying to show you something. Find your way to the divine. You already know the vibes. Naga.